What's up? It's Crisco and Psycho, Nutbush Nation. What's going on, guys? We out here in the backyard as usual, getting the layout, getting his, Psycho's doing his backyard. What are you working on right now?
Man, we're trying to get this walkway in. That way folks won't be getting lost up here in this jungle.
Custom-made concrete walkway.
Oh, yeah. We making it all custom. We're going to make this Nutbush proud.
Yeah.
We're going to build up this Nutbush Nation, man.
Yeah.
We're going to get living on. Getting ready soon. We got a little thing happening coming soon.
Not to be negative, I heard somebody say it seems like there's a black hole over Nutbush.
But, you know.
For something, but I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of people fucked up out here, man.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true.
I mean, I'm one of them. Shit.
It's like, you know, we all in recovery in some form or another, man. You either may be fighting addiction, you may be fighting depression, you may be fighting anxiety. You could be fighting a lot of things, man. You could be fighting your own personal hell. You know, I feel like I did that for a long time. I felt like I was walking that tunnel. I was waiting for that light at the end.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's hard when you think that light at the end is hell itself, you know, and you got to walk through that too. You know, you got to struggle them fires to be able to walk through and find yourself. And then once you do and that light comes back on, man, you get ready to move forward and live that world. And that's what we're going to do here.
I tell you what.
You know, for those that are tired of being depressed and alone, we're going to bring this shit together.
I'm grateful to have a family.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike some people out there that, you know, are unfortunate to not have a family to lean on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for my family, I'd be fucked.
Yeah. Well, you know, not all families is just all blood either, man. You got to realize that too. You know, some family, you know, they born around you. You know, they put in that time, they put in that effort. They earned that call to call family, man. Even though they're not blood.
It's good to have it. That's that's the best thing. And then I watched this video today, and it reminded me about us being able to take care of Grandpa. And this dude is a comedian. His name's Ginger Billy on Facebook. You ever seen him?
Oh yeah, man. I like that guy. He's funny as hell.
Right.
But
so
get back to a real note. Get back to a real note real quick.
Right.
You brought up Grandpa, and I want to talk about that man here for just a minute on this episode right here, because you know we both grandchildren of his. We own two different sisters. You know, I'm the oldest grandchild born from the oldest of the family, and you born to Patty. Patty is what, the third child that was born, and you're her firstborn son as well, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. And me and you both cousins. We first cousins because your aunt's your mama my aunt, my mama your aunt.
Right.
But you know, I want to talk about Grandpa for a minute because you know I want to tell you, you know, I'd suffered with this depression and stuff for a long ass time and trying to deal with terms and come to terms with what's going on with me and my world, and realize that my world ain't as big as I thought it was. I had a couple opportunities to talk to Grandpa before he passed, and you know, I just want to share this one thing that me and him talked about because it was so strange. I thought it was strange because you know how he was at the very ending. You know, he's always weak. His eyes seemed dim. He didn't look at you a lot. He spoke very quietly, hard to hear him.
Yeah.
But in this particular moment, man, Grandpa kind of set himself up, his own self up.
Yeah.
And his eyes opened up and he said, son, come here, I want to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. And I said, what, Grandpa? You know, and I was kind of just being light about it. I really wasn't thinking much about what he's saying. I was thinking about what I needed to be doing, you know?
Yeah.
He said, I need you to really listen to this. He said, because I can see, son, that you're hurting. He said, I can see that your life doesn't seem like it's going anywhere, and that you feel like it's all hopeless. He goes, let me tell you something. He said, I went through the same thing you went through with your grandma. He said, I loved that woman. I did not want to give her up. He said, you know, but God said give her up because she didn't want to be there. You know, if somebody don't want to be there, you can't make them. And that's the thing, man. It's not the fact that I was obsessing over somebody. I was obsessing over a thought that I had lost, you know, and I couldn't get it back. And I wanted justice for that, you know. I wanted to be payback. But I realized what he's saying, man, you know, is that the only person I'm affecting is me. The people that I'm crying over or sorrying over, they're moved on with their life. They ain't thought about me. They ain't worried about me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all they worried about is the fact that, you know, we got kids together and we just got to be able to deal with each other on that front. Other than that, just friendly handshake and move on. Yeah. Well, I'm ready to do that now, you know, because that's what Grandpa said. Grandpa said, you know, I got on, I moved on. I started a second family. Was that my first choice? No, but my second choice was my best choice.
Man.
And he said, you got to live that. He said, make your second choice and make your second choice your best choice. And when you make that choice, go at it 100% and make it make you happy. If you can't do that, try again. Try again. You know, in that moment, that man knew. He knew he was dying. That was my grandfather. And he was passing on something from me to make me a better man before he moved on. That's what he did.
Yeah.
How can that not be another star in his cap, brother? I mean, it's amazing. It dumbfounds me just thinking about it.
Man.
It empowers me just talking about it.
Yeah.
And so this is what I'm talking about right here. Nutbush Nation, building up his house. If you want to get in with us, you can. But, you got to be like us. You got to be like-minded. You got to be able to work hard. You got to be able to do something for yourself and something for your neighbor. If you can't extend that hand, then we don't have time. Go ahead, Chris. Tell them how it is.
Yeah, that's right. Do something for somebody today, y'all. That you can. Help if you can. It don't matter. I know I've needed help. But anyway, I was talking about Ginger Billy. And it sucks that he said that he went to go see. I'm going to tell you about Ginger Billy. He was on the road and he was doing like his story. And he said, man, let me tell y'all something. I just left the nursing home to see my daddy. So I looked at him and you just see the guilt on him. It seemed like to me, in my eyes, Shannon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, look what we did. I mean, we wouldn't dare to let Grandpa go into a nursing home.
You know. Well, man,
you know what I'm saying? I guess some people can just.
Here's the thing I was wondering, man.
It's nothing personal because I know they got lice and they got to take care of their shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, here's one thing I learned real quick in life, Chris, is you don't want to backtrack in life. You always want to move forward. So when you do that, man, don't ever paint yourself in the corner where you have to back up, and re-correct yourself. So never say never.
Yeah.
We were just fortunate, man. We were lucky. God smiled upon us because he had Grandpa in his house. He allowed him to live there. He allowed him to die there. There could have been some complications that could have, stopped that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What if Mom had another stroke or something? He wouldn't go to fish
what
all
if
day long.
I hate to say it, what if Josh was living?
Yeah, what if he was still living? Yeah. Mine and Josh's history. We didn't have a clean history together either.
Well,
and I hate that. I hate that for the man because, it wasn't my point to try to dominate on him. It's not because I was a bigger man than him. It didn't make me feel any better to have to pull it on him. It was the fact that him bringing his little man syndrome up that one day that potentially could have got my mom hurt.
Yeah.
My mom's old. You know that. I mean, hell, you seen her.
Yeah.
You live with her.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Live in the same house. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? But you can't be acting crazy like that with geriatrics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean,
give her some respect.
God bless him, you know what I mean? He couldn't help it or whatever the fuck, man. It's just, I think it's like just, whatever the fuck, dude.
Well,
I mean, he's full of resentment. I mean, what the fuck ever, dude.
Who's full of resentment?
Josh was.
Oh, man, Josh was just, it's not.
I mean, it's not his fault, man. I mean, he just didn't have it like we did. We had family and shit.
He had family,
and
bro. He just didn't treat it right. You know what I'm saying?
He got spoiled, huh?
He was in the house with Mom and Grandma. He was giving that olive branch too. So he dosed that up. He cannot he can't be sitting here saying, "Oh, poor me," because my mama died, and that just ruins my whole life to be a productive partner, of the family.
Yeah.
Because our family is pretty
pretty
interesting if you really peel past a couple of them layers, because that onion will make you cry trying to get to the root of it.
Yeah.
But our family, man, we have a rich family history.
Yeah.
And that's what I was telling Mom the other day. I said, I almost weep because some of the things that I know my kids will never know and their kids will never know. Because our family used to be rolling deep, man. It was back in the day.
Are you talking about the Jeters or
I'm talking about the
Pursers?
Jeters, the Mansleys, and the Pursers. All three together. I mean, to me, that's almost like the Holy Trinity when it comes to badasses in the family.
Man.
We had Uncle John. Uncle John was a 205 fucking boxing champion for like 12 years. You know what? Most people don't even talk about that. John was brutal, man. He get up in that ring, he tuned folks up, man.
He's boxing here in Memphis. And what year?
Yeah, that was back in the 1940s and 50s.
Oh,
he was one of several brothers. You had Uncle John, you had Uncle Johnny, you had Uncle Charlie. Remember Charlie? I don't know if you remember him or not. That was Rat Tracy's brother, man. He was killed here in Memphis.
I remember Rat Tracy, and I remember Cody. Their son shot himself in the head.
Yeah, man. He was a young guy back then. That was all over his girl and his baby, man.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying right there. And what for? What's going on? That man been dead now for, someone say 18, 19 years.
Yeah.
And did it affect that girl any? That
affected everybody. It affected us.
You know what I'm saying? But she's moved on. She's in another relationship.
Yeah.
What definitively did that cause? What did it hurt? It hurt his child, man. It hurt his legacy. It hurt
his mom and dad, all that shit.
He checked out when he should have stepped up. And I ain't trying to beat on the man because he's deceased, and I'm trying to respect that, especially because it's family, and that's.
He was over there in a small town, Arkansas too, though.
But that's kind of getting back to where I kind of got sidetracked off of, man. is that our family used to mean everything here, man. You'd have family, man. You'd come over here, like over to Grandpa's, and you'd have a couple of families just fighting. They're just fighting because they're working it out. Whatever the family, whatever it is, they're working it, and everybody just stays the hell out of it. Even if sometimes they end up out in the damn front yard throwing blows. Nobody say shit about it. It wasn't like it was twisted. And when it was all said and done, it was a compromise, or there was an understanding, or somebody just got their ass whooped.
Yeah.
And they're gonna try again another week when they heal up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was our family. But if you had some stranger come off in this yard and effed with one of them, man, there's like a beehive that come out of here. It was a storm, man. It was bad. Somebody going to the hospital and wouldn't nobody that had the last name Jeter, Dye, Bansley, or any of that.
Speaking of, well, we're gonna take a break here in a second, but
We'll talk some more about that.
yeah, we'll be back. We're gonna take a break.